To write a number in standard form, it must satisfy the following. It must always start with a number a, where our value of a must be greater than or equal to 1, but less than 10, and it's always multiplied by a power of 10. For part A, if I can't see the decimal point, I know the original decimal point is at the end. I always start from the left, and I always place my new decimal point after the first non-zero digit from the left. My first non-zero digit from the left, in this case number 7, hence my new decimal point goes in between the 7 and the 8. I must copy all the digits until it all gets to 0. So here my A is going to be 7.86. We always have multiplied by 10. And all I do is count how you place them with decimal. I moved it once, twice, 3, 4 times. Therefore, it's positive 4. Part B, again, if there's no decimal point, I know originally it's at the end. I always work from the left. I place my new decimal point from the first non-zero digit from the left, in this case, after the 1. I must copy all my digits until it gets to purely 0. So in this case, I'm going to have 1.09 as my value for A. It's always multiplied by 10. How many places I moved a decimal? I moved it once, twice, 3, 4, 5 times. So therefore, it's positive 5. For part C, once more, if you can't see decimal point, originally it's at the end. We always work from the left, and we place our new decimal point after the first non-zero digit from the left. First non-zero digit from the left, in this case the 7. So my new decimal point goes after 7. I must copy all the digits until it gets to purely all 0. So here I'm going to have 7.005. It's always multiplied by 10. How many places we move the decimal? We move it once, twice, 3, 4, 5, 6 times. So therefore it's positive 6. For part D, I can see the original decimal point, so I simply work for the left. I place my new decimal point after the first non-zero digit from the left. My first non-zero digit from the left, in this case, is the 7. So my new decimal point will go after 7. So here my A is going to simply just be 7. It's always multiplied by 10. In this case, I'm counting backwards. It's got once, twice, 3 times. So it's 10 to the power negative 3. If you're counting backwards, the power is negative. For part E, again, as you can see the original decimal point, I always work from the left. I place my new decimal point after the first non-zero digit from the left, in this case after the 5. I must copy, in this case, 5.04 for my value of A. It's always multiplied by 10. And again, once more I count backwards this time, once, twice, 3, 4 times. So therefore my power is negative 4. For part F, as I can see the original decimal point, working from the left, I place my new decimal point after the first non-zero digit from the left, in this case after 9. So my value for A will be 9.701. It's always multiplied by 10. And again, this time I count backwards once, twice. Therefore, it's negative 2. Now it's your turn. Have a go at answering the following.